Alright, yesterday we put in the new shower stuff, the new handle, the new faucet, the new diverter, the new shower head. This looks pretty ugly, so we're going to take that out and put a new one in. Also, when I was back finishing up what I was doing with the plumbing in the back, tightening everything up, making sure everything was good, I noticed that, not surprisingly, the seal was leaking down there and there was standing water in the crawl space. So today we're going to do a new tub assembly, the drain assembly, and we will go through that process. First thing that I like to do, especially on these that are stuck, they're kind of old, maybe the threads have rusted to the outside, is you kind of have to cut through a portion of it, and then it'll start moving again. You can see where somebody in the past tried to get it out there and it broke and they just gave up. So I'm not sure why, but I'm gonna 99% sure say that it's because all those threads are now rusted to whatever's down there. So just cut a little channel, and then I can take my pliers and kind of bend it, and it'll come out pretty easy. I'm also going to cut along here as well as here, making sure that I can get that nice and loose. Yeah, I can kind of see there where it's rusty. All right, so you can see I cut through there. When I try to move it like the last guy did, it just kind of bounces because it's really rusted in there. So I had been cutting down through there. You can see a little channel. It still doesn't want to move, so I'm going to have to cut this side too. You want to be careful not to cut into the fiberglass of the actual tub. We don't want to be repairing that. So it is kind of a delicate operation here, but if I cut these two sides out, I should be able just to crimp it and it'll come right out. All right, you can see it's moving pretty good now. Once I got that pressure off of it, the last guy didn't leave me much to hold on to, so I won't make you guys suffer through having to watch that. I'll get this off. You can see it's moving pretty good now. So I'm going to get this out, and then we'll go from there. Yum. Boy, do I love plumbing. No, not really. But looks like maybe I cut a little channel in there, and I did buy a whole new assembly. So we are just going to change the whole thing out and start over. I'll bet it's pretty clogged after this house being flooded. This is the new drain assembly, and I've got my plumber's putty and my pipe thread compound from yesterday. It's always good when you're doing stuff like this to have a plastic bag around. It's just really handy, especially if you're working in someone's house, not one that's abandoned like this. I like to have paper towels around, and a lot of times I'll wear nitrile gloves. Now, to get the rest of this assembly off, we're gonna have to take these two bolts out, get the whole thing loosened up, and then you can see it kind of backing up. That'll get the back side loose, and I'll show you what we're gonna do there, and then I'll do it and come back when it's removed. Those just come off, and then this whole assembly will come out. You can see it's connected down there to this from our access panel, which is the biggest access panel I've ever seen, which is nice. I got a whole room to work in here. We'll take it out from here. There's a joint down there I'll remove, and we'll put the new in. Well, as you can see, I just found out Some genius never put a nut down there, probably because he didn't feel he had enough room. So that's probably part of the reason that it was leaking. You can see it going down into the crushed gravel there for the foundation. Again, I will come back once I have this loosened up and gone and the new one assembled. But yeah, I'm not sure why they thought that was a good idea. All right, before you tighten anything down, you want to make sure that this is lined up right before you go too crazy and you have to undo everything. That looks pretty good. I can deal with this one later. All right, so things aren't going to be moving around. I'm going to thread this on, kind of keep everything in place now that I have it good and lined up. You can see there's sort of 4 spokes down there. I have a special wrench that I use to tighten it down all the way. That'll grip all 4 sides of that. You want to make sure with this being PVC down there that you get it threaded correctly so you don't strip anything out. And it's real easy to do on these. But then I'll go get my wrench once I know it's going the right way and tighten it up good. Okay, I got that on. So from the back you want this washer to go on the back side here, and you want the skinny side to go up. Sometimes that gets confusing, but there's a skinny side and a fat side. You want that to go up so that it has the proper angle there to seal correctly once you tighten everything down. And then we can just go to the other side and put the stop in. All right, this is the assembly that's going to keep the water in the tub if you're going to take a bath, or drain it if you want to take a shower, or just drain it after the bath. Make sure that that seal is on there correctly. And then just kind of take an approximation of where it's going to go down there. It actually goes down into that assembly and stops the water. And I'll just adjust that. And then it attaches to here with this little cotter pin. And once you have it set, you just bend it over, and then that'll keep it in place. And that will be your stopper. All right, as you can see, looks a lot nicer now. You can stop up the tub, take a bath. I went along the back side there, and you can use the back to kind of get the stopper in the right position so you're not playing guesswork. You've got the tub filled there, and then it drains. And when we go to the back side, no more leaks, nice and clean. There's actually a nut on that now, and it's going to stay nice and dry down here. I'm going to put a fan back here to kind of dry out what was going on before, but it even sounds better. You can hear the water running now with all that gunk and stuff out of the way. Okay, the absolute last step is to put the strainer on. You can see a hole down there. That's just where the screw seats. That's threaded there in the middle. Just tighten it down kind of hand tight again. Don't want to misshape the metal at all. And then that's a nice dress up. And anything that you're doing in a house that you're getting ready to sell, you want every little detail to try and be as complete as possible so it looks like the person's getting a brand new home. This is going to look a lot better to them than the old one, which was kind of nasty and had hair on it and gunk from all the years. And You can see there's going to be some cleaning to do, but that's last minute stuff. And any little thing that you can do to make the house look complete, definitely do it.